Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. These readings are totally free. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a timeless reading. This energy was activated the moment you clicked on this video. Try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Okay, Nine of Swords. You're somebody that has been holding on to some pain. You've been holding on to something that I think is really lowering your vibration. Okay, lowering the frequency of the other entities that you're connecting with. Okay, so I feel like you're somebody who you are trying to deal with. I think a particular loss in your life. Okay, you're somebody who right now is, you're probably not sleeping very well. You probably have some physical ailments that are related to this. I think it's something that we're holding on to. We got to put this card into some context right away. Okay, that's kind of a, don't despair. It's a difficult place to start, but we're going to be all right. We're already coming out of it. See, we got an 8 now. Going from a 9 to an 8. We've got the Universe card. We have a 10 of Pentacles. 2 of Cups, beautiful, and a 6 of Wands, beautiful. So you're surrounded by very strong and supportive and loving energy. Okay, we really need to let go of what this loss was because we've been ruminating on it. Okay, we have to accept divine love into our life. To help us heal from this, we have to let go. This is lowering our vibration. Okay, over here we have a Princess of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the Temperance card. Okay, getting ourselves out of the pressure cooker. Okay, getting ourselves into the right environment. Yeah. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor, infinite, and unknown. And we're going to set that down right over here. We're going to put Bubo, the mechanical owl, right on top. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during this program you feel like you know what that card is, put your prediction down in the comments. Let's take a look around the room. We have the Universe and the Temperance card as our major arcana energies. Okay, we've got fire and fire. We've got a little bit of water, and this water is really what we need. We have air, air, and air. We've got a little bit of earth. Okay, so the air here, this is really what we're trying to find our way out of. This is not a happy place to be. Okay, this is I think we are in a state of lamentation. I think with this. And I might as well do both of them together. Let's get this out of the way, right? This is current energy. This is current difficulty. It's for you to kind of get out of this habit of thought, get out of this rumination where we're in this despair, we're in this kind of misery. We're keeping ourselves up at night because we keep thinking about the same things over and over and over again. I think our vibrations are lowering. I think the more we ruminate on this thing, whatever it was, it's a loss of some kind. 10 of Pentacles in the background, maybe a loss of money, a loss of position, a loss of something that we thought was permanent. Okay. The more we think about this and the more we ruminate on this, the more it keeps us down, the more it drags us further down. It's like an anchor that's attached to us. Spirit's saying we have to let this go. We let this go, we accept the healing energy of the universe, and we move forward. And we do it again, we try again. Okay? that it's the memory of this, it's the thinking about this that's keeping you down, not the actual event. Okay. The Ten of Pentacles, this is what has happened. Okay, this is what we had and we lost, perhaps. Okay. It almost feels like something perhaps financial. It's a Ten of Pentacles. Okay. It is a loss of wealth of some kind. And it does not necessarily mean it's money, but it's something in that realm, all right? Something in the material realm that we don't have anymore, okay? And it is really this almost a grieving process that we're in now. But I think that we, instead of working our way through it, I feel like we're sort of digging ourselves deeper down into it, right? So the objective, I think, right now for you is to realize how we've been looping back in on the same things again. Like we're thinking about this. Maybe we're trying to figure out what to do next, or how to fix this, how to solve this, how to recover from this, how to go from losing the battle, losing this wealth, to then sort of winning. How do we go to a big win here? Okay, from what we had in the past, we've lost it, let's say. Maybe this was something we tried to do. We tried to perfect something. We tried to get to the finish line. We tried to win the race. We tried to climb the mountain, and we didn't do it. We failed. We crashed and burned, right? How do we get out of this thinking process that's just like, we keep looping back in on the same problems. And the more we think about it, the worse we feel. And the worse we feel, the more we're just going to sit there and think about it. So this is what we have to break. This is a tangle of wires. This is a real confusion. This is literally us. It's an 8, right? It's a figure 8. We're eternally looping back in on the same problem. There's no progress there. And nothing is going to change about this unless we change something. Okay? So I think that's what the Ace of Wands is over here on this side, is us by an act of will breaking through this. Breaking through these chains, right? Cutting the anchor away. Okay. The Ten of Pentacles in the background, this is, I think, an expectation or an ideal that we held. This was our picture of our best life. You know, this is wealth. This is everything that you want. This is your pets, your plants, your people. This is perfect life, best life, the good life. Okay. Maybe this was the feeling that we were on top of the world. And maybe now we're feeling kind of like the world's on top of us, right? This is a world card. So instead of the world feeling like it was full and we were on top of it and it was everything we needed, this was just, it's perfect. I kind of feel like we've taken a fall. We've fallen from this state of success. We've fallen from the heights. Maybe we got fired. Maybe someone broke up with us. Maybe we invested a lot of money in something and it didn't pan out. Okay. Maybe we put all of our hopes and dreams into this and say, this is my best life. And then now there's a separation. Now we feel that we're not in this best life anymore. So to me, it feels like our life was good, or we were hoping it was going to be good, but now it seems like it's getting worse, or this is getting further away. Or we're getting further away from our conception of our best life. Okay? Spirit is saying that we need to let go of anything that is lowering our vibrations. It's lowering our frequency. The universe down here beneath the surface. You're somebody who's, I feel like your patience is kind of starting to wear a little bit thin. And that's to be expected with the 8 and the 9 of Swords. This is the feeling that, I thought I had a plan. I thought I had a purpose. I thought I was on the right track. I thought I knew what my life was going to be. I thought I had it. I thought that was going to be everything. And it's almost like as soon as we let ourselves get a little happy, then everything kind of crumbles, right? So now we're kind of feeling that we're sort of floating around aimlessly, and we don't know which way is up. We don't know which way to go. When you're in outer space, right, there is no up or down. We're just sort of floating here. It may feel that we're very far away from anything familiar, that we have fallen very far, and now we're just out here alone it's cold, it's empty, it's lonely, right? And this, of course, when we feel this way, we think we have more of these negative thoughts, and it reinforces this. What we need is love. What we need is the recognition that if we can let go of what happened and accept divine love into our life, divine love will lead us toward the victory. Okay? And you're somebody who, I think you want love, of course. You want togetherness. You want to feel as if there is healing and passion and support and this reciprocating two-way street of divine energy in your life. And this is up there for you. And I think that it's love is all around you, but I feel like when we're in this mental state, we're not always feeling the love. It's difficult for the love to get in there. It's difficult for love to fill the universe when it has to go through a mind that is sort of locked in this thought pattern. Okay. So the message is that we need to let go of anything. And if it's an attachment to some material things, if it's an attachment to people or places or things, we need to let go of our attachment to those things if we're going to move out of this energy. And one, with the Six of Wands, is kind of a victory over ourselves, saying like, okay, you know what? I was in that sort of maybe rock bottom kind of feeling, but I recovered. I pulled myself out of this with the help of Spirit, with the help of friends and family, with that Two of Cups, with the love. That we did it. So this is that sort of the victory over ourselves, right? But this is also Spirit showing you the way to the win. Right now, I think we're feeling a loss. We're feeling like and sometimes we have to take the L and learn from it. You know, the Eight of Wands, or the Eight of Swords, excuse me, is a card of analysis. And it's important that we understand the loss, and we can look at it, we can sort of review the footage and say, that's what I did wrong. Okay, that makes sense. Now I'm going to learn my mistakes. And it's kind of like an athlete that sort of reviews the game and says, oh yeah, okay, you know, I need to learn my opponent better. I need to figure out what I'm doing wrong. And we got to look at it that way so we can improve. But we do that too much, and we just end up discouraging ourselves. We just end up like finding all the little ways that we're terrible at it. We're pointing out all the little flaws in ourselves, and we just keep doing that, and it's not helping us. There's a point where the analysis becomes counterproductive. It becomes detrimental to us. Rather than instructive, rather than helpful, rather than enlightening, it becomes something that's tearing us apart. Okay? And we have to realize when we get to that point, we got to stop. There's a certain point where we don't need to keep thinking about what happened, because the benefits of doing that are gone. It's sort of the law of diminishing returns. And I think that's kind of where we are now, where we're being told to kind of stop thinking about this now. We've already analyzed it. Let's move forward. Okay? Let's move forward. Because the next win for you is right in front of you. And I think that if we're going to achieve this victory, and this is victory after struggle, without the loss, you're not going to experience the win. Yeah. This is a card of self-knowledge. This is a card of confidence. This is the card that says that you believe that you can do anything. It's sort of it's an expanding energy. It's Jupiter in Leo, right? This is a growing confidence. And Spirit is trying to send some love your way to help motivate you, to get you going. So to get over here, we want to quit. We want to give up, right? Because something didn't work. We didn't get where we thought we should be by this time in our lives, or whatever the case is, or we invested in something and it failed. We lost it, whatever. This feels like giving up. This feels like resigning ourselves to just being lost in space. But Spirit wants to send us a different message, to say we can win. We have to keep going. And I don't know why I keep picturing like a basketball player, but we may lose a lot of games, right? But when you lose a game and it's devastating, we don't just quit the game. You don't quit the sport. You review, you think about what you did wrong, and you try again. you know. And this is kind of it. You may have won the game on Monday. Tuesday, you crashed and burned. Well, guess what? We have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday again. To keep going, to keep trying. And you love something so much that you're not going to quit. And it's because you love it that you feel such despair over having lost it or failed or not achieved it. However you want to look at it. If you didn't love it this much, it wouldn't really bother you. Okay? So you love it that much that you can feel this terrible about it, then you also love it this much that you can try again tomorrow or right now, today. Okay? And so if it's a relationship that didn't work out, fine. There's another one. There's another opportunity right ahead of you to form a new relationship, to make it work, to figure out what went wrong in the last one, but understand when to stop ruminating on it and when to move forward with that love, to do it again, to try again, to put forth your effort to create your reality. If we accept the loss and we quit, that loss is going to be the lingering energy. There's going to be that vibration that's going to create our world. And our world will only be vibrating at that frequency with us. Okay? But if we move forward with love and with as much confidence as we can muster, then our universe is going to slowly start vibrating in accordance with this. We don't want to create a world that only vibrates here. We want to tune up our frequency. And we want to get this sort of energy going. Right? We want to tune into this frequency, and the universe will resonate with us. Now, on the path of the serpent, over here we have the Princess of Swords. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free to subscribe. The videos don't cost anything. The Princess of Swords is a card of trying to learn, trying to investigate, trying to cut our way through this chaos, through this confusion. And it may be that we're so taken aback by this event that we're just like, we're still reeling. We're still like, what happened? Where did things go wrong? Where did things crash and burn? I don't even know how I got here, you know? So this is the card of kind of trying to investigate, trying to learn. But not just ruminating on the facts, ruminating on how we feel. Oh, the loss. Oh, it's so terrible. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's not going to help. That's going to make it worse. But if we look at it from this sort of, I don't know, a more investigative kind of way, we say, okay, what happened? What went wrong? What are the facts that happened? Like we try to look at it maybe a little bit more rationally and say, okay, you know what, it hurts, it feels terrible, but what can I learn from this? What can I learn from this? Okay, if we learn something, then it's not a waste. It's not a complete loss if we've learned something from it. Okay? If we're just ruminating on it and we're feeling worse and worse and worse, and it just feels like our guts are like rotten inside of us, we're not learning anything. It's a waste. It's torture. There's no point. It's cruelty, right? We're being cruel to ourselves. We're tearing down anything. We're making it worse. This is like we keep picking at it. It's not going to heal. This is saying, okay, what did I learn from this? How can I heal from this? How can I grow from this? How can I turn this into at least some little piece of wisdom? Right? Because nothing is wasted. There is no pain or suffering that should be frivolous, pointless, wasted, right? And it's not always easy to see when we're in this Nine of Swords, it's very difficult to see why this happened. What was the point of this? Everything happens for a reason. Yeah, BS, right? Why did this happen, you know? And it's difficult to find a reason. And maybe this is us asking, why me? Why did it happen? Why do I have to feel this way? What did I do to deserve this, you know? Sometimes we have to give it a reason. Sometimes we have to try to find some kind of meaning in what happened. Okay? Even if that meaning, even if that reason, the purpose behind it was just for us to practice some kind of surrender. You know? Maybe it's at the very least, it's an opportunity for us to practice letting go. Maybe it's a lesson in impermanence. I know this doesn't help when we're in it. Doesn't help at all. Probably makes it worse, right? But that's what the Princess of Swords is trying to do. Trying to find, let me find some kind of little tiny piece of meaning here so that I can let it go and I can move forward and I can say, okay, I gained a little grain of sand from that whole thing. A little scrap of something to take with me, right? Well, maybe it's just look at it as a lesson in impermanence, a lesson an exercise in surrender and letting go. I wonder if the mystery card will be the Hanged Man. We're searching for that little bit of meaning to justify why that happened. Otherwise, it feels like the universe is punishing us. The universe doesn't do that. The universe loves you. Spirit loves you. Okay? Things happen. Okay, for better or for worse, things happen in nature, in the world, in the universe. It's up to us to find the lesson in that, to find a silver lining, to find some little scrap, some little grain of sand of wisdom that we can take from it. Okay? And it doesn't necessarily justify it, but I think it gives us a little bit of something to help us move on from it. Because now we're going after the 6. We're going to get that, so we're working hard again. Here's that 3 of Pentacles. You understand the process of change on the material plane. So because of this, you understand a little bit more about how to make things work. Okay, this was, you built an engine or something, and the engine, it didn't work. You tried to start the car, the whole thing fell apart. But you learned a little something, something. So now you have a deeper understanding about how those things work. Maybe it's a relationship. Okay, the 3 of Pentacles is an understanding about how things work. And now you understand a little bit better how things work. So it wasn't a complete waste. There's always something to be gained from every experience. And the 3 of Pentacles is you out in the environment, starting it again, doing it again. With that little extra bit of wisdom, you're starting the process again. Maybe this is you're going to be in another relationship. Maybe this is you're going to start a new business. Maybe this is, I'm going to go out and I'm going to try to build that engine again. I'm not giving up. This is us putting in effort to try it again. The difficulty is getting motivated. It's when you're here, it's easy to let inertia take over. And that weight of this universe, it drags us down and we feel like it's real easy for me to just sink into the couch and never move again. It's difficult to get this spark back, but that's what we need. Okay? And you will get this spark back. It's not easy. This is that motivation, Ace of Wands. It's in the position of the obstacle or the difficulty. And then guess what? You're right back in the fire. Right back in the pressure cooker of the Temperance card. You're putting yourself right back on the blacksmith's anvil. You're right back in the kitchen doing it again. You're right back out into the world. You're going to, back in the dating scene or whatever. Here you are trying again, right back into the fire. And I think that's perseverance. That is strength. That is using the losses to motivate us to go after the wins. That is us not letting any suffering or sacrifice go to waste. Finding something in it that's going to help us when we go back and try it again. Because now we've learned something. We've grown just a little bit. And sometimes it doesn't make any sense. We had to go through something major like this, and we just grew a little tiny, tiny bit. Like that's way out of proportion. But such is life. Right? Here you are back in the pressure cooker, doing it again. Maybe you're back. Maybe this was a book you wrote. You sent it off to a bunch of publishers and they hated it. Nothing. Everyone's just, we're in this despair. Maybe this is like, you know what? I'm going to try again. I'm going to send it off to some other publishers. Maybe we're going to edit it. We're going to change a couple things. We're going to sort of spruce it up. We're going to send it back out. I'm trying it again. Screw it. I'm not giving up. Right back at it. Because this is something you love. This is your sense of purpose. You feel like this is what you're meant to do, Scorpio and Pisces. I don't know why Scorpio. Why did I say Scorpio? Is there a Scorpio person involved in this? Scorpio, interesting. Let's look at the mystery card. Now I'm curious. I don't often make those kinds of slips. Scorpio person, perhaps. Maybe it's a reference to the death card. Maybe that is the mystery card. If you have a prediction for this one, put it in the comments down below, Pisces. Let's see what we have. It's a Knight of Pentacles. It's a Capricorn energy. Not Scorpio, but who's the Scorpio person for you? Someone out there, you've got Scorpio on the mind. Yeah. The Knight of Pentacles, though, this is a good card. This is our ability to see the future. This is our vision. And what does the Knight of Pentacles look at? What do I always say? At the Ten of Pentacles. So it didn't, you tried here, it didn't work out. We're going to try again because you're not losing sight of your goal. You're not losing sight of that long-term vision of your best life. For a moment here, we're in this despair, we're in this misery, we're in this lamentation. The universe is a hostile SOB, right? Well, we're getting over that. We're letting go of that. We're raising our vibrations. We still have the same vision. We're right back at it, looking at the same thing. Maybe we're just adjusting the path we're going to take to get there. But you're able to see in the future who you are, where you are, and what you're doing. The vision hasn't changed. But we've learned something now. We're going to go back at it, and we're going to get this best life. This is that driving force. And it's because you love it so much that you have the tenacity and the endurance, right? This is the devil energy, right? The Capricorn energy. And it's saying that no matter what happens, you're not giving up. Yeah, you may get knocked down. Every time you get knocked down, guess what? You learned a little bit, something. And then when you get up, you dust yourself off. You say, I'm not going to make that mistake again. Oh boy. And then we're ready to get back at it. You think of jiu-jitsu, right? How many times you get thrown on the mat in jiu-jitsu or judo or one of these things? You get thrown on the mat 10 times a day. And every time you get thrown down, you get up and you think, okay, now I know not to put my foot there. I know not to lean this way or whatever, right? You learn a little something. Even if we can't consciously recognize what it is I don't know what the heck I learned. Your body learns something, your spirit, your soul learns something. It may not be conscious. We may have to really search for the meaning, search for what we learned to identify it. But we're still holding the same vision. We still want the same things. I'm still going after the goals, So I like how we're coming back around to this. We're looking at that Ten of Pentacles. We're going to get it, right? Hopefully we can avoid too many more of these. Because we love it so much, we're going to keep trying. We know we'll succeed. You know that you're going to be successful at this. Do not let go of the vision. Let go of those low frequency vibrations. Let's raise our energy up and let's go back after it. Let's get back in the kitchen. Let's get back in the pressure cooker. Let's get back on the mat, Get back in the ring, whatever. I like this. I think this is a perfect ending here. We're going to do an extended reading as well. We'll do some oracle cards. We'll do an Jing reading. There is a link up top. There's a link down below. New readings for Pisces, Thursday and Sunday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. Does not cost anything. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.